Well, salutations. Little birds born without a mother or a father. I can feel the feathers swarming in the running water. Now there is another in the middle of my mouth. 100 all together inside of me now. Little birds, come into my body. Mother, they're within me every moment I'm awaking. Bodies multiplying till they finally overtake me. Put your hands up to my mouth and you can hear them singing. Put your hands within me and you know what I am feeling. I just wanna swallow up and promise to protect them. Daddy comes towards me, I can see his hands are shaking. With his hands against me, you can feel their bodies breaking. Push me to the floor and put his hands up for a beat. I don't wanna hear it anymore, he kept repeating. Do you really want the burning hell to come and get you? Did you see the burning hell that took your baby brother? Did you see how far he fell and how he made us suffer? Another boy in town at night, he took him for his lover. And deep in sin, they held each other. So I took a hammer, nearly beat his little brains in. Knowing God in heaven could never forgive him. So I took a hammer, nearly beat his little brains in. Little boy born without a mother or a father, taken to the river and then pushed into the water. And the priest was singing that the hell was getting hotter. La, 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 la. Father, Son, and Holy Ghost, the only one to save him from the thing he loves the most, but we know will betray him. Father, Son, and Holy Ghost, the only one to save him. And now we're underwater. Here, beneath the water, I can see how the light distorts so strange. And this is how I would like to leave my body and start again. It's a clean break. The way that the straw or string goes through water and the light reflects it, it's a straight line, but it looks like it's separating. That's what he's saying. That's how he'd like to leave. Clean break. Clean break.
Karma free, I guess, huh? That's coming back around. I know it's not the most popular idea I've ever had been given. It's been given. It wasn't my idea. It's a remedy to problems I have. Which means it's problems we have. We have problems, man. Because we imagine them. I imagine them. And we suffer. Karma. That's silly. Never mind. That's not. I found a guitar. I was just sitting in my house. But I don't know how to play it. I gave mine to Reggie. I was given an electric guitar when I was like 13. And I gave it to Reggie because he was the only one that played it. Oh, sister, don't be afraid of me. I won't be nailing you down in the nursery just like the rest of them did with those wandering fingers of spit that was supposed to be glorious and fine. And oh, sister, won't you believe in me? I only wanted to be hard on the family. Here with you now is a silly fun. Your mother makes frantic and drunk calls from Germany all of the time. And oh, sister, sweet and jewelry, milk from your blisters on your grandmother's jewelry. Here in the parlor, all naked in front, watching the lights from the light, something like Korea and the new design. That's fleshy, fruity, and flowering with oranges out in the open. Don't you waste your sins again. She don't need you or won't fuck your friends. And you are American, self-important, boiling over. To prove that she must still exist, she loses thoughts about her fist and never give a shit about all those words you wasted. Like it's some pretty, great and bubbly, wondrous dream you'd like to kill and clean and clean her as your own. But don't you all those dainty and dirty emotions just go away and fade out on their own. Sister, now that you're leaving, I think of the clock. My lungs will be leaping all over each other. Without even thinking, we'll know that it's over. I'm feeling the breathing, whatever comes next. And oh, sister, you're getting married to some angry sister that you'll have to carry on drunk every evening from the cemetery. If he makes it back half alive, you can bury him under your sheets. And oh, sister, now that you're breathing, I cannot imagine there is any need. Once have a feeling that made you keep on and continue to breathing all and in an age of empty rings, I don't want to feel a thing. I don't even want to know. Rosa Wallace gonna lean, don't you ever die on me, don't you run away, you go. Rose. See your first name. Well, not. What is your name? It'll be revealed. Right, that's what she says. What is this shit, dude? That was just slid in there, dude. What is this? Okay, it's at least still. Slow one. Did somebody slow this down? Is he just playing it like this? Sing.
It's wasted and broken silver racing. Sacred when spoken, into me.
Moon!
Smoke in the park, sleep in the greenery, everyone barks. That I let you down, swollen and small is where you'll find me now. The silver slipping off, my tongue is tearing off, and you'll never hear me talk.
Your teeth are for tearing to me. Your scent of your sweat, it smells good to me. As long as you keep in your clothes.
Cigarettes smoking and all that they are is ace with the sweetest beam. But I let you down, swollen and small is where you'll find me now, with the silver stripping off, my tongue is tearing out. You'll never hear me talk. All I could want is silver slipping out from your heart into the gritty air of the silkiest looking that I'll let you go. Swollen and small is where you'll find me now. You'll never hear me talk.
Which one is it? What? This thing won? This thing.
Okay, this next song is
It's gonna tell us. So shit.
it's a companion to another song, but it probably won't ever come out either. But I write these long songs and then they get cut up into other songs, and then some songs make it, some don't. But let's see.
So if you ever got a chance to see Neutral, take it. Just don't fucking record them. Oh.
My dream girl don't exist. At the age of 5, she's to her wrist. She didn't know that I'd be hanging around. So her parents buried her in the ground. This day I can still hear the sound of her life in outer space. My dream girl don't exist. It's just you and I in this TV. And until this seems to feel so strange.
like a henchman that's about to hang. The moon up like a ball and chain. And
She's real. She just doesn't know I exist. There's a difference.
oh, come late.
I'll be with you when you lose your breath, chasing me
lonely.
meaningful memory you thought you had left with somebody
bright and bubbly, terrible scene that was doing her thing on your chest.
But
Oh, come late.
it isn't as pretty as you'd like to guess.
In your memory, drunk on your autumn, it doesn't mean anything at all. Oh, come late.
All of your friends are all letting you go.
Wrestling and ugly,
Bursting with roots falling out from the hole. Just some pretty
bright and bubbly friend you could need to say comforting things in your ear. But oh, come late. There isn't such one friend that you could find. He's
standing next to me. He's only my enemy. I'll crush him with everything I am. Sing what you wanna say, hang for your hollow ways.
Moving your mouth to pull out all your miracles for me.
Your father made fetuses with flesh-licking ladies while you and your mother were asleep in the trailer park. Thunder is sparks from the dark of the stadiums, the music and medicine you needed for comforting. So make all your fat, fleshy fingers to moving and pluck all your silly strings and bend all your notes for me. Soft, silly music is meaningful, magical. The movements were beautiful, all in your ovaries, all of them milking with green fleshy flowers, while powerful pistons were sugary sweet machines, smelling of semen all under the garden was all you were needing when you still believed in me. Say what you wanna say, hang for your hollow waist. Moving your mouth to pull out all your miracles from me.
This is who you ride. Just so you know.
buried her body with others, her sister and mother, and 500 families.
And will she remember me?
50 years later, I wish I could save her in some sort of time machine. Know all your enemies. We know who our enemies are.
Know all your enemies. We know who our enemies
They're cooking for the full moon. At half when the new moon was a test. I was really tired. I didn't think I was going to make it to the meeting, so I took half to keep me awake. And part of healing ceremony is you gotta wait for it. You just can't just heal when you want to. Actually, the more you try to, worse off you are. Best you can do is sleep. Go back to sleep. Just sleep it off. It's only taken me 10 years. 10 years to sleep off a wound. Oh wait, what year is this? 15 years, whatever. There's a couple ins and outs. And I was fighting it the whole time. Trying to put it back together. Pieces that didn't fit. How do you put them together? You find the third piece, you fucking moron. Duh. There's a middle piece that combines them. They call it gray. Live in a world of colors, man. How do you pick what colors to use? Fucking madness. It's elementary.
Zero sugar, 25 grams of protein. Muscle milk helps build muscle. But when obstacles get in the way,
pressing this button every goddamn commercial. Okay, where are we? Let's just give me my mix. I don't give a fuck. This.
Paradigm of absolute control.
Okay.
That's why we're just out here doing simple things. Meant to be in nature and be natural.
It's worse if I explain
and this is where we find the source that God made.
You get it,
to
right?
transcend the new world order.
So I gotta explain this shit.
That's why they want to try to keep us out of it.
I'm angry.
I've had enough of these people. They're a bunch of Christian murderers, scummen on giant death factories, keeping babies alive, selling their body parts. What more do you need to know about these people? I go out and face these scum. They literally crawl from under us. They have green looking skin and they run around screaming, we love Satan, we want to eat babies. I has them on video.
You know, Hillary's in the creepy, weird, sick stuff, man. She sleeps in the same room with a creepy, weirdo woman whose mother wears a hood over her head.
What the hell?
And woman number one is ugly. Now imagine how bad she smells, man. I'm told her and Obama just stink. Obama and Hillary both smell like sulfur. Vampire pot that we got.
In a room playing firefighters and the goblins, hobbling round coming after us. My spirit gets close to that evil and I feel it go.
We're such self-centered trap, we don't even notice herself rising up against us. Millions of poor people of the very worst type, and I'm so pissed.
The champagne of
We're
beers.
going to stab your
The high life
daughter
at a low
the mall.
price.
Oh, 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 oh.
Everybody's trying to get to the bar.
Everybody's trying to get to where's everybody trying to get to again? Wait, where are we going? No, I just need a ride.
Hildy, no, don't hang up. Hildy, please don't hang up. Look, honey, I'm sorry. I know, I'm a piece of shit. I only did it that one time each. But I have changed
What you change?
the sheets and towels after every one of them. So we're clean. It's all clean. We're good.
That's what she said. She's like, I cleaned the room out.
Come on now, don't hang up on
They
me.
were hotel rooms, dude.
Alright.
It's not even, you don't even have to see the
To the
room.
bar.
That was logic. That was real logic. That it was best, it was better. It was worse to have seen the room
Yeah,
than to have
Christopher
20
Walken.
places that I didn't. It's better if you don't see it. Ignorance is bliss, people, and it's
Hildy, look.
that's
I
how
know you're not
relationships
gonna talk
stay
to me, so
together.
I'm
Like
just gonna
what you
leave a
don't
message
see
on your voicemail and
is
the way you
how
suggested after
you
the
can
beat.
stay faithful. Because if you start seeing what everybody's
I think
doing,
I have
it's like
found
you're
it.
never gonna
There's a
stay
bar
together.
called Heaven or Maven or something.
Heaven or Maven or
What was that movie with the guy? He wanted to go to the Tip
Yeah,
Mountain,
right.
and they played the song "Dun, dun, 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 dun," to the aliens. Then they showed up and played the song back. Dun, dun.
Yeah, if I gotta play
I don't know
something,
how
I
can't control myself.
will
I just gotta be here.
play it.
And I gotta go.
I gotta go.
Barbacks. Dos
Oh, I don't know about
tequilas, por favor. One for me and one for my new friend.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Two martinis.
Can you come tune this,
No habla español.
please? Just tune it for me and bring me a pick.
Would like a tequila? I would like 2 shots of tequila, por favor.
Por favor.
You do, right? 2 shots.
It's better acoustics than I got on my own.
Yes.
So if you got a box to yell in
Another
it,
round of
yell
shots
in
for
bro.
myself and my
This is shape.
lovely friend.
Shape. Ah, ew. This is bracelet in here. I help him.
Barbacks. Artesians. Artesians. 2 more tequilas, por favor.
I got a special drink.
Yeah, okay, he gets fucked in this. That's the fucking joke, right? It's a big fucking laugh, but it is again the probing is butt stuff. Which had me kind of thinking about Soul Reaver because it's about a Reaver inside of a Reaver powering up a Reaver, but it's representation. It's like Raziel isn't actually fucking Cain. Cain's actually stabbing him with the Reaver, and Raziel goes inside of him, and he's like the spirit inside Cain, the physical, the heartless body, because he got his heart. Raziel tore his heart out. So Raziel tore his heart out, but also in that moment they were touching each other's Reavers, and it combined energies. And then Raziel gave him the rest of himself later. You know how it is? it just has me thinking about Neshama, Nefesh, Haya, like the breath of God, vessel, because it's about purifying the body and the spectral, the astral reaver, not just like two different levels, not just like elementals in one. It's elementals in both places. I wish you could see things the way I see it. Yeah, and while I'm talking about sex, magic, secrets all the time, the big secret's out, right? Everybody knows you talk to God by eating drugs, right? And the face of the drug you take is the face of God you see. Everybody's addicted to like the caffeine God, the tobacco God. Like, you're addicted to life. You're all one chemicals. You all serve a master. You get out of bed every fucking day and do these jobs. And half of you wouldn't do it without the drugs involved. More than half. And I gotta get my shit together to be like that. Choo choo choo. Moving ahead. There's an animistical wayside sabbatical here. I'm just gonna take it in until I move on. Because of all this shit I say, you gotta dig into this place and give it everything you got to get out. Like, I'm gonna talk a lot about building things that last here forever, but there's the other side of it where it's like that's how you do it. I don't know how to explain it. Because if I start talking the other way, then I'm gonna start saying things that not just make it sound like I want that, but mean that I want that because I'm revealing something to myself. I'm trying to explain how the paradox shit works. Where are you building a temple to stay here forever or to leave and blast away? Because is Earth the home? Or is it a stationary place? Well, it's both. That's why you improve it as much as you can, because the collective, mineral, plant, animal, we're building a machine consciousness that we will move into, like, hierarchical. Here's the thing about the Elohim, is they're hierarchical, like, there is an order. Being kicked from paradise for 5 days in the wilderness, okay? That's the deal. So we're in the wilderness for 5 days, which is like, I forget how many thousands of years. I guess you can trace it back to the fall. Atlantis? Maybe Atlantis was the garden? I don't know. How many thousands of years ago was that? Over 10. Or 12,000. A day in the Bible for God is like 2,000 or 4,000 years. Or 2,500. I forget. I haven't read my Gnostic stuff for a while. But all this alien talk that's been on TV and like 20 years of ladder, all this, and just my little totem. Like this guy, my alien is a part of a totem. There is a couple pieces that are all They're all gone right now. I mean, they're not all gone. Everything got taken apart. But, like, there's a heart. Elephant.
I don't know how he did that.
For Ganeshi.
He didn't even tip us at the bar.
You didn't even tip us.
Had it in your asshole the whole time.
You had it in your asshole the whole time. Is there? Oh yeah, I can't see it. You can see. I don't care. Heart. This is like fucking weak compared to what it used to be. Because it used to be I had a coat rack thing. That's what held it all up. Why was I even talking about that? Oh, aliens represent a collective being. Okay. So I hate it when I'll start saying shit that'll make it seem like I don't believe in aliens at all. And that's not exactly what I'm saying. What I'm saying is when people think they're in contact with aliens, sometimes, more times often than not, they are in contact with spiritual entities. Like, I don't know how white culture got the X, but like fairies, gnomes, all that kind of shit, ents, like living trees, all these spirit god things were representations of how we communicated with nature and like the interbreeding shit. Like I don't know. I don't even know where to even referencing some of this stuff from, but like the probably in Flower of Life. It had probably a lot of stuff was in Flower of Life, workshop stuff. But I think I had a couple other books that talked about the fairy breeding program, where extraterrestrials try to breed with humans. It's kind of in The Invisibles a little bit, but it's more like they're forced to have sex with aliens to make pornos and shit. But this is what I was getting about the I call it inverted spiral. When I said that, it doesn't really make much sense, except for the way I see it in my head. I don't know how to describe it. And if I drew it, I could draw it backwards. You might not even know. But it's just about your focus. Like some people focus going in to where it crumbles, as opposed to building out to where it gets more and more balanced. So the aliens things would be like these people on drugs fucking each other, brutal, like for money, and like, you know, literal these half-breed. This is where I started to get weird, because I say stuff and it sounds like I'm trying to dispute it, but I'm trying to describe how it is real, because we say like, oh, they're on drugs, so that means we can discount that. What I'm saying is drugs are more real. The things that happen on drugs are more real than what you think, because there's nothing that's not real. And everything that you experience becomes part of the total hallucination. So we're humans because this is the form that does the function. Like, if you just wanted to be a blissful, live in nirvana, you would be like fungus or something. And I think I've said this before, if you want to sing "Holy, Holy, Holy Art Thou Mighty Lord of Hosts" all day long, you would be a plant. Like, they're angels on levels of existence, but the way you see them with your perception, you see a plant, you see a bird, you see a bug. But the bug is a form of consciousness that sees itself as a person like you, as in its body is perfect. Everything else looks weird as shit. And things like humans and other animals look way weird. Like, the thing that looks weirdest to you, you look weird to it. And this is why an extraterrestrial entity that is aware of these facts can't just walk right up to you and be like, "Hey man, you wanna fucking hang out?" Because your fear response would be so intense, you would kill it. Because you wouldn't understand what you were seeing. And up till that point, anything that looks like it, you have to kill to survive. And, right. But the things that survive space, the long distance of space, are technologies. And technologies that could house consciousness. Like if it's possible for us to upgrade consciousness, copy consciousness, or freeze things and reanimate them, this is the type of thing you would come in contact with. Unless there is a literal... But this is the thing about space travel. We're on a spaceship. Earth is a spacecraft. And it's like, we need to start understanding that we're moving through space at a certain trajectory. We're going to come into contact with certain things. Like that Onimusha, what's the video game? Apua Pua, whatever the fuck, the thing that we passed that was standing still in space, and they're like, oh, it's aliens. What it was something outside the solar system that we didn't have to go outside the solar system to get and test. The whole time people were debating about that, that's what I kept thinking, like that it's alien in the fact that it's outside of our system, like, because I've been having the past like 10 years, I've been having dreams of being at the outside of the system, solar system. And when I got there, it was like we were in a ship. Let me find my... Can I say my shit? New York, can I say my shit? I've got a lot of shit to say. Can't fit my hand. I don't want to stick it.
Amount of trouble getting my hand inside of a Pringle can. I can get my hand like 4 inches into the can, but then I have to tilt the can into my mouth. But by that point, a bunch of crumbs have accumulated at the bottom of the can, so they all go spilling off of my face. What I'm trying to say is the diameter of Pringle cans is way too small.
I'll say it again.
I'll say it again.
The diameter of Pringle cans is way too small. See, I started writing short stories about it, so shit got all kind of... I had a story about an alien coming to a beach, and he pulls a woman out, and they leave, and that's like first contact. The bright one spoke right here, it is. And the shining one. I can't really read it.
Sorry.
It's written a long time ago.
I wanna have a daughter. Wanna have a daughter.
They have reached a state that allows them to enter into mammals and alter their DNA to make use of them as suits.
Alright. But that is priority numero uno. I don't go to the gym because I'm self-conscious.
Is this creature you're with those evil aliens?
About my body.
Oh, okay. So there's a bright one that comes down in conjunction with spaceships. Like there's a bunch of ships in the sky, people on the beach looking at them, and then a being comes down that looks like people, but it's clearly not a person. Yodhe Vahe. Very clever in naming. I didn't even try to name him anything. Taurus would have been better, but see, it's all right on. But I did stuff where, because I won't ever probably write it. Well, I will, but I started writing definitions for like things in the story, like the TPOF, the Protectors of Faith, the Psychonauts. A deep freeze, which is the ship that travels far and you have to sleep in it. There's a slug, which is like ships kind of like what we have now, our kind of technology. Because once the aliens come, we start to have like intersolar system travel. So we're like traveling all through the solar system. and some people have alien technology, and some people just use human technology. And on the perimeter of the solar system is an outpost. This is what connects it to my dream, is that the planet that's out there, they say comes close every couple, however long, to gather more people, like more genetic diversity for the planet. And like, it's a way to system check each planet, because cultures on both kind of go in their own way for a while, and then when they meet back up, they're usually at extremes, and then they balance each other out. So we're heavy violence and sex and madness, and they kind of come as the balance to that. I have like names of people. Airmen, genetically engineered by the Nomos, or seamen, or mermaids. This race requires human DNA to reproduce. Like the Nomos, they live for much longer time than do humans. Over the past 10,000 years, they and the Nomos watched over the humans on Earth, while training and breeding with others on their home planet, in the Sirius solar system. They are two primary races known as Sirians. They are one of two primaries. The Sirians, fathers of the human race, who combined with the dust of the earth, primate DNA, and the spirits of the seven Nephilim created the human race 70,000 years ago in the halls of Ameti or the womb of the earth. I think that's straight out of Flower Boy. 16 males and 16 females formed one union with the Nephilim and the earth for 2,000 years to complete the process. Like the Matrix. Once the engineers completely blended, Nephilim were chosen to birth the first humans, due to the fact that they were more third-dimensionally oriented, whereas Sirians are more fourth-dimensional. Being half fish, or rather being a mammal with aquatic traits, made it easy for the Sirians to make contact with dolphins and whales of the planet Earth, to mine gold and ask permission to create humans on the planet. So yeah, according to this book that I'm writing and the other books I read, the dolphins and whales gave permission for humanity to be created. So long, and thanks for all the fish. Oh yeah. Eons were spent building safe houses throughout the universe as a precursor to the great work that would later come. Each house is a special system containing a hydrogen-powered source center with a variety of gas and mineral deposits spread around. Areas of terra firma that can grow plants and contain a stable biosphere will be set aside and used when available. Those will then prepare one day to be used as stepping stones to the final manifestation, returning back to the source. The motions of matter have separated spirit into legions. These legions will converge and together become one. So, that's really all you need to know. There's a lot of details. Oh, you want to talk about the power plants we build on Earth? Here's the big thing about meeting aliens and stuff. If you think government is bad, you better fucking buckle up, boys and girls. Because if you think dealing with a country of people and orienting everybody in the same direction is difficult, try getting the planet on board with the same thought process. At least enough that there's not some sort of crumbling within the structure of fucking humans themselves. Like, some parts of the planet will be industrial, some parts will be more rural, just like they are now. But the blend that we need to, like, why aren't we on the moon with factories? Like, we already destroyed that fucking place. Why are we not there continuing to just build? Because, like, we can build everything there. Like, why is Tesla, what's his name, Elon, trying to get to Mars? Why isn't he building on the moon? Can you answer me that? Riddle me this. If we really want to build an outpost somewhere, why aren't we doing it to the closest place? Is this a meme? Are they memeing us? Is this a fucking game they're playing? Why not the moon? Honestly. Because from the moon, we can blast shit to Mars without using near as much fuel, and those takeoffs won't pollute the planet. Like, we can take fuel. Like, okay, magnets. Why aren't we using magnets? Like, why do we have Tesla shit, Boring Company? Why was any of that shit used? Why are there not magnetic trams? And just switch that to go up. That's how you shoot things up fast. You shoot them up. As it's going up, you kick the igniter in. So then you fling it with a magnet, and then you kick the ignition in, and you finish the burn through the atmosphere. But you can save like hundreds of thousands of pounds of fuel by not doing the ground to air burn. Like, I used to watch them do it. It's cool, impressive. Waste. Fucking, like, our whole year of COVID, you guys all sitting and twiddling your thumbs, not driving your cars. Thank you. That's all gone with the fucking space blast. 3 of them, they go up and down, back and forth. That shit's over, dude. All our hard work. So, why are we not doing it from the moon? I'm like, really, now I'm really fucking, I feel like we're being conned. Because here's the other thing. I tell people to get out if you want to leave the planet. But that's because the people that are talking about going to Mars are saying it like we don't have a place here. This needs to be the center, and then we build out. Moon is right there, dude. Like, let's go to the moon. These people are totally fucking it up, and they're still jerking off about Antarctica or whatever. Like, dude, why are we not on the moon right now, partying with electric cars? I don't, because I'm some fucking douchebag who just sits around and smokes pot all day, and I have, like, designs of concepts of how to power all of South America, like all the America, from South America to North America, and then you connect that to fucking Africa, because, what was I gonna say? Oh. When we don't utilize natural processes as kickstarters, it's like, oh, you can't run everything off of just geothermal or just aqua, like water power plants, or just, it's like, okay, combine them. Why are we not combining things together? Okay? And here's where the big problem comes in, is where to store the energy, because it's like growing plants. If you grow a shitload of plants, if there's not people to eat the vegetables right there, and if you can't preserve it, that shit just dissipates, it rots. So energy's the same way. But this is where, like, if you have systems feeding into one another, it can't get lost. It would only get used to fuel another system. I know it's like, yeah, it's easy just to say that shit. But there's okay. What I'm saying is there's people whose jobs are to do this shit all day, baby. And what it comes down to is we argue over, well, you gotta buy this, you gotta pay for this, you gotta do the fucking thing. Because it went from, we gotta have wires, and now it's like, well, fuck wires, we'll just do lasers, we'll just shoot lasers. But it's like, we're gonna shoot lasers all through the fucking air. So that kind of is where boring technology could maybe come in, is if you could bore a little fucking tube through the thing and create an open gap underground. You could shoot lasers through that. But it's still a lot of work for something that you could do from the sky. And if you're shooting lasers around, to get information, at that point, how much energy do you really need to run stuff? Like we're using a lot of heavy cooking fuels to run shit. Because our batteries suck. This is where it comes down to, where we need more innovation, is how to store the energy. Because even the way, I can't find it, but the way the things I even have, it covers so much land to have it. You'd have to cover so much shit. Oh, resonance, magnets. That's what I was getting back to. If you start an electromagnet, like, so I don't understand. How do we not have, like, legit? How do we not have free energy? Because I can almost see it in my head how you would start an engine. Like, fuck a fire, dude. Get fire to make the electricity. I don't even give a shit. Use coal, use gas. But once you start it, the electromagnet, several of them, counter-rotating balls of light. Not even, so, like the Merkaba, you would just make. Is this the alien technology that blew shit up before? That we're not allowed to use? Is that what they fucked up? How do you fuck that up? Because they started it and didn't have a proper battery. Okay. But why wouldn't you ground it to the earth itself, though? It was probably was ground to the whole earth. Is that what fucked our head up? Like a bomb. This is what my design was. That already exists. It's the core of the earth. The core of the earth is rotating faster than the surface, which means if we dig down in, it's not just geothermal energy, there's electromagnetic energy. That's what my design was. It was to tap into the Earth's electromagnetic field and then run the magnets inside the factory. They resonate a certain whatever, have other factories, it'll start spinning those magnets, generate power. So you have generators, you have a power plant that generates the frequency, the resonating thing, and the smaller plants would catch it and distribute it along. So you have several of them running at the same time. Like dude, I think that's it. I know that looks crazy, but large land-based transmission, huge electro generator. Right. So this is on an island. That's why it looks like that. So you have it out in the water. Dude, did you ever see fuck, Southland Tales? Did you ever see Southland Tales? How they have the ocean, the centrifugal force of the ocean runs generators, because why don't we do